Hey, this is BlindFox and welcome at another a ration component review. We are going to do these little sausage cheeses today. Please support the channel, please go and donate on patreon.com and please subscribe to the channel. This is the same type of cheeses that is used in the SHTF rations. You can buy them in the shops, they come in a net. And there is this little label. I don't know if you can read there, but that is the type of cheeses you get. Gouda, cheddar and biltong. So you can see the little sausages. This is exactly the same stuff you get in the SHTF rations. They're just sold commercially. These are a bit cold, I just popped them in the or they were in the fridge for a bit, since I just stored them there. They can last on the shelf, but I just throw them in the fridge since I bought them a while ago and I didn't want them to go bad. Anyway, so you see they're about all the same size, just the different colors. The brownish reddish one is the biltong one, the Gouda, or the cheddar and the Gouda. This is MRE pilot cracker, which we're going to use to taste the cheese on. We're also going to use some rosemary and garlic crackers, just to taste this on different stuff. You can't really read this, but then additional information is on the back. This pilot cracker doesn't have a lot of taste or of its own taste, so I'm going to use this for a vehicle to also taste the cheese and some herb stuff. Let's start with the Gouda. It's the less salty of the lot. It's a light yellowish color. It's lightly salted. You get a nice cheesy taste from this. It's not overwhelmingly salted like cheddar. Okay, the cheddar, orange. You can see the ends are sealed with metal in all of these. This is a lighter yellow. Normally sometimes the cheese is colored, but this is quite a nice or a lighter yellow than the Gouda was. Much more salty, cheesy cheddar flavor. Much more cheesy than the Gouda is. You can see the colors of the different cheeses are roughly the same. Sometimes the one is just a little bit lighter than the other. This is the biltong one. You can see it's like a reddish brown color. And again, the cheese is a light yellowish color, much the same as the other cheeses. This is much saltier than the cheddar or the Gouda. It's got slightly herby, meaty flavor. The biltong cheese is much more a bit thicker than the other two. So let's check out the Gouda on a normal unsalted pilot bread cracker. Although you get a light cheesy taste, the pilot bread do dominate the Gouda. You get this light cheese taste. Let's check out the cheddar. It's got a much more stronger salty cheese taste than the Gouda on the pilot bread. The pilot cracker doesn't overwhelm the cheese. Let's check the biltong out. The biltong cheese overwhelms the cracker a bit. It's quite salty. It will maybe be better on a little bit of a sweeter cracker. Let's check out the rosemary and garlic with the Gouda. The cracker completely overwhelms the cheese. You still get a little bit of cheesiness, but if you taste the rosemary and garlic more, a much more better combination. It's a bit salty, the cheddar, but it does sort of balance the garlic and rosemary and the biltong one. The biltong one is much less cheesy than the cheddar, but it does balance out the rosemary and garlic cracker. Between the level of saltiness, it's the Gouda is got the least salt, and the biltong has got the most salt. The cheddar is more cheesy than the other two. These cheeses, but I don't really like the biltong one, and the cheddar and the Gouda is sort of the same. I don't have a preference between the two. Sometimes I like the one, sometimes I like the other. So that's a quick review of some of the cheeses you get in the SHTF rations, and with the extra biltong one you can buy in the shops. Only the Gouda and the cheddar are included in the SHTF rations. The biltong one is just the one you get when you buy them individually. Again, this is the little packet they come in. You get the little description of what they are there. You can't really read it, it's very small. So that's my little review. Thanks for watching. Please support the channel. Please go and subscribe. Please support me on patreon.com, and see you at my next ration review.